Welcome friends. In this lecture, actually, I have already talked about means in my previous lecture I already talked about the handle post request. So the post HTTP request from the CPP means processing post request in the CPP REST server. So now we will learn how we can process the GET request from the web client. So here is my web client. So mainly written in the Vue.js. So maybe I can show you by just, yeah, here this is our front end. So generally we can insert the data by selecting some of the parameters. So let me quickly add some parameter. So just we can click submit detail. So you can see the data has been inserted successfully, and so here is the output. So this is the JSON request which we are getting for that post request, and our CPPRest SDK is parsing the data. So the complete code I will share you in the in my description of that video. Also there is a link in my GitHub, so where I uploaded this complete code. So that code is saving data into the Mysql DB via Mysql CPP connector. So let's understand the handle get. So this is our function handle get. So generally we receive, this is the callback function which we have registered for CPPRest SDK server. So we receive this request, and we via this API we can we parse the request, and we create a connection with the Mysql database via using the Mysql C++ connector API. So that you have to install via vcpkg package. So also I have shared that tutorial as well. So here, we are parsing the string from the JSON request of HTTP GET method. So here we received it in the table name, and we are just means fetching the name and month. Then we have prepared some SQL query, and the SQL query is select name, month, category, task, effort from employee, where name is equal to name and month. So that name and month we are fetching from our means REST our HTTP GET request. So let's me quickly just enter some GET request here. So what I will do, I will just select name, and I will select some month and do filter. So here you can see that C++ REST server has response this from the database towards the client. So you can see the output. So we have received name and month December, and C++ SDK has retrieved the data from the database, Mysql database. So here is our database. You can see I have a query select name month from employee. So here I have all those records. Okay. So I also can have some where statement. Okay. So you can just write Chandan, and you can have also the month which is equal to December. So you see the row which we are getting here, okay, in this front client. So now let's look into the code, how it's being done. So there is a API prepare statement which prepares the SQL select query. So what is this question mark and question mark here? So these question marks bind from the our request. So the request which we had was means we had this request where we got the month December and the name Chandan from our front end, name month, and if we do filter record. So this name and month was passed via the get request towards the CPPRest SDK, and we parsed this name and month in some string, month and name, and we bind it on the set string 1 and 2 API of Mysql CPP connector, and this bind to this select query name and month. Then we execute this query, and then we have just made some iteration via while loop on the result which we get from the execute query, all the rows which we get from the execute query of this select statement, and we have this is just the output of displaying this name and all those records. So we store it inside the string, and then we had made a key value pair for each record, name, month, category, task, effort, for that particular name Chandan and month December. So for this row we have created a record JSON response, and then we push back it's inside the array. So the array is just all the records which we are receiving from the all the rows which we are receiving from the select query. So now we reply this, we just finally put this array inside the record employee, so the complete JSON being replied to this server. So if you can see, the JSON response is here. So it contains name, employee, and then we have an array where first element is category, second element is effort, third element month, and fourth element name, and fifth element task. So all these JSON response being replied to the server, and server able to see the data. Okay, so this way we can also fetch it for the month May. So you see that task has been changed and we have month May. So this is how it's being done. So all the code which is being written is being already added in this GitHub link, so you can download from it here and just analyze it and let me know in case of any doubts. And in case we have an exception, we are just replying to the server that we have some error. Okay, so generally the main important thing is that we are using Mysql C++ connector API to make a connection with the Mysql database, and we can also retrieve all the rows via the API provided by this library. So the connection which we are making on the IP and port and the username and password of Mysql DB and the database employee DB. So all this code is I have uploaded, so you can just use it and analyze it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and like my channel, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.